Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today, and thank you for joining me in Pootles Advent Countdown. 24 projects coming out to you, 2 a week, all the way through and into December. And today I've got my Presents and Pinecones box. How lovely, it's a lidded box, but it's a good size box. Finished up 7 inches by 4 inches by 2 inches deep, which is 18 centimetres by 10 centimetres by 5 centimetres. And I can see my bow has slipped. Oh, that's not good. Pop that back on. But it's really lovely, and this, I love this paper. I love the ribbons that are all part of it as well. Run out of the green, so I've got a new set on order. Possibly going to run out of the red in the box that I'm going to make. I'm going to show you how to make it. Super easy. Piece of cardstock for the base, for the bottom of the box, 8 by 11 inches, so 20 by 28 centimetres, and a piece of paper for the lid that's 6 by 9. And this is from the Presents and Pinecones, and it's actually one I haven't really used. I'm not mad keen on the stars, and that was feeling a bit plain for me, but I've got loads of it left over and not a lot of the rest, so I thought I will use it up. So, okay, very simple to make. For the base, you score it at 2 inches on all 4 sides, which is 5 centimetres. So, all 4 sides, super duper easy. And then for the lid, and we're going to go with this side, and it's very slightly different. It's actually the dark part. Can you see that? The dark part is what's cherry cobbler, and then the paler bit is like a faded cherry cobbler. So it does work perfectly. And we're going to do this at 1 inch on all 4 sides, which is 2.5 centimetres. There we go. I do like the Presents and Pinecones suite. It's really lovely, and it appeals to my festive nature. Works with my home decor as well. It's always useful. But I have multiple Christmas trees around my house. I have one big one in the lounge, which is a very tall 7-foot tree, and it's a very tall one. A very fat one as well, and it's got frosted tips to it. It's a fake tree. Haven't bought a real tree in donkey's years. I think I've only ever had one myself, and that's covered in glass ornaments and sort of woodland frosted effect things, and toadstools. I love toadstools in there. And I have one in the kitchen that sits in the front window with the multicoloured lights. I have one at the end of the kitchen, which is in my kitchen colours, which is it's covered in these sort of lovely mint green baubles and then very pale taupe colour. And so I'm just going to cut round these. I'm cutting down the rectangle and notching into the squares. I'll do it on both the box and the lid all the way round. And then we have a 4th one that I sometimes put it up, and I used to put it in what was the playroom, is now my office. The boys are bigger now. The bigger the boys get, the smaller their toys get, so they don't really need a playroom anymore. And it was a plain green tree with a spiral multicolour of baubles. So it started with pink at the top and spiralled all the way down, so pink through red, orange, yellow and what have you. Love it. So yeah, multiple Christmas trees. Just call me Mrs. Christmas. And outside the front of our house, by pure coincidence, we do have a big tall pine tree just by the front door, and so that gets covered in lights as well. And I tend to, the things that I make for Christmas, I match them to either my own home decorations that are up all year round, so my wall colour, or to the decorations that I put on my trees and things. I know it's not just me. I know I'm not the only person who has more than one Christmas tree. Did have one year that was a green tree, and I just had purple lights and purple baubles on it. That was really cool. But that was sort of, that was kind of 2003. Not really my thing now. Okay, this is the bottom of the box. That's going to fold round like that all the way, and so's the lid. So I'm going to use my fuse. So all 4 sides. And I'm going to fold up and not stick it to my arm. This is such a big box, I'm getting awfully close to the camera. And because of the size of this is the kind of box that you'd put something awesome and amazing in. Maybe for a gentleman, you can put a big pile of socks in there. Why is it that socks at Christmas always seem to be much thicker than any other time? I mean, you know, we don't wear thick winter socks really. Okay. Same on the lid. Bit of fuse. And exactly the same principle. Oh, dropsy. And that will fit over, super snug. Just heard the air all come out of that. How cute is that? That's lovely. Okay, let's have a go and see if this ribbon, if I've got enough to go round. I don't think I'm going to. Oh, I might. I would have enough to make a knot. I'll have a go, see if I can get a bow in it. I really don't think I'm going to. Well, maybe. Could be a tight bow. I love it though. I've loved this ribbon. As soon as I saw it, had to get it. Yes, I'm just getting a knot, just getting a bow. So let's peel that bit off. It's a little diddy bow. It's there. Right, okay, my sentiment. So I went with Presents and Pinecones for the paper, and I stuck to the same theme, pulled out the stamp set from the same suite, Christmas Pines, and I want this one here that says Tidings of Comfort and Joy, which is so much bigger than it looks on there. There it is. And which block shall I go for? That might be a bit big. That one should do it nicely. That's a C block, a really, really versatile clear mount block. That's one of the best ones you can ever have. If you haven't yet investigated our clear blocks, go for it. They just make stamping so easy because they've got this wonderful groove here that you can grip your fingers in. I have in the past bought inexpensive generic ones. No good. Okay, cherry cobbler ink. We're sticking with the whole cherry cobbler thing. Onto my piece of Whisper White, which measures 2 by 2.5 inches, which is 5 by 6.5 centimetres. And then I've got my cherry cobbler piece, which is 2 1/4 by 2 3/4, which is 5.5 by 7. And that's so beautiful, isn't it? Love that sentiment. Onto there. And if I've positioned this right, I possibly haven't. I might need to move it all that way a little bit. That should nestle down there. There we go. Then I've got some cherry cobbler baker's twine. This is a duo. This one comes with garden, I think it's garden green. And one of these, I love these pine cones. Oh, so cute. Onto there. Oh, and apparently straight off the other end. I really have got dropsy today, haven't I? It was all going so well. There we go. Right, I'm going to tie that on with a knot so it doesn't come wandering off again. And then just a little bow. What am I not doing? Why does this feel strange to tie this bow today? I don't know. Something doesn't feel right. Got my fingers in the wrong place probably. Mini glue dot onto the back of there. That bow doesn't look right at all, does it? That's better. I don't know what I did wrong then. Did I have my fingers in the wrong way round or something? I don't know, but it's done now. Right, mini glue dot on the back. and I'm going to roll it up into a little bit of a ball onto the back of that part. So it's gone in the middle of the knot and a little bit onto the pine cone loop. Up there. And that is a gorgeous box. Oh look, I've twisted the ribbon. Oh well, I'll sort that out for the photos. But I hope you like it. Anyway, thank you ever so much for joining me. Hope to speak to you soon.